I'm just very clear on what I want. There's a lot of boxes that need to be ticked. I know this man is out there. And it's just a matter of finding him. 7-figure salary.
We are starting off strong. 7-figure salary. Well, does she look like the type that's in enough to that? What's up with her hair? Is that her hair, or is it something she's wearing? I just hope this is not satire. Do you think this is satire? Well, let's continue. What designer click?
Right.
Already said morning routine.
Yes.
That includes some sort of exercise with group accountability, as well as some sort of very high nutrition, I'm going to say smoothie.
Did you guys notice something? The matchmaker is trying to hold herself from laughing because she can't believe her ears. Maybe this is the weirdest she has ever come across.
At least 5'10". I feel like that's generous. I need him to be obviously in very good shape. I need him to have a full head of hair. That's very important to me.
Okay.
Be a Christian, but not take it too seriously.
Please, what does that mean? Be a Christian, but don't take it seriously. In other words, maybe lie that you're a Christian because obviously your life is not going to portray the life of or the characteristics of a Christian. I'm a Christian, so imagine somebody telling me, "Oh, Ami J, I need you to be a Christian, but don't take it seriously." Does that make sense? It doesn't.
Like, I don't want to have to go to church every Sunday, but I also I don't want to get into fights over religion either.
Sure, of course.
I want him to have an impeccable wardrobe. I want his suits to be tailored. I want him to look good in greens and blues because those are complementary to what I look good in.
I don't think this is real. There's no way this is real. Maybe she just probably wants to go viral. That's why she's doing that's the only explanation I can think of.
Absolutely no jewelry.
Okay.
Absolutely no tattoos.
Okay.
Unless the only tattoo that would be acceptable would be a very small tattoo if he were in a secret society at an Ivy League university and was forced to get a tattoo, that I would make a pass for.
She was forced.
Wow.
I want him to be from a good family. I'll know what that means when I see it, or what more well said, I'll know what wouldn't satisfy that criteria when I see it.
Okay.
Never been married, no kids. I want to be his first wife. Our children are going to be his only children. No allergies. Has to like animals. I would prefer that he's a cat person, but if he's a dog person, that's okay. I think that's it. Yeah. How soon can you find the man that satisfies this checklist? Are we talking a week? Basically,
the way she's even asking, I say something you just go and pick off a shelf. Look, how soon can you find it? Because if it were that simple to find, she wouldn't be here. And I want to ask, did she pay money to this woman? Do they actually pay money to get this service? Do they pay money for this service? I'm just asking because it's not a thing in my country, so I don't know. Or maybe it's already happening and I'm not aware of it.
Last year, I saw so many Black women try to solve a problem in dating by starting to host events in person, trying to create third spaces to facilitate dating like offline. And you know what would happen every single time? The men were not signing up. They would be selling tickets to speed dating, and they would always end up with men's tickets on sale. Always, because they weren't buying any. Just the other day, a big account that I follow for Black creatives did like this Cupid thing where they were like, hey, send us a profile about yourself and we would love to post it and like play matchmaker. Sounds like a cute idea, right? Not one single man sent their profile in. And mind you, this is an account that has well over 100,000 followers. It's just time to stop It's time to stop. They have made it very loud and clear that they do not want to try. They don't want to approach. No matter how you curate different activities to get them interested, they're not. And I'm not saying that men who seriously want to date don't exist, but I think on a large scale in major cities, the dating events, all these creative ways that we're trying to get them interested, they're not there. I don't think that these men are tapped into social media. I really don't. I think that they are locked in on their hobbies and in communities that matter to them. Last year, I saw.
And that's very honest. So it's not the women. We need to go touch grass. How do you put it? We need to go touch some grass. Yes, I think that is it. So take yourself out there. All of us that we do, I'm a homebody. Take yourself outside. It's happening outside. It's not at those events. You will not see them at those events because that's not men the usual sports. And let's be honest with ourselves. I think there's one person. Okay, let's listen to a
I was on Instagram Live with a matchmaker, and I want to tell you what happened. So I have very clear intentions this year. Now, one of my intentions has been my health, and my intention is my business, make more money. But then my third and most important intention is meeting my person. And so I have been being very intentional and strategic in my ways of meeting the person that I'm looking for. One, I'm being intentional about becoming the person that I need to be, right? And then two, I'm intentional about telling everybody what I'm looking for and what he needs to be like. And so I invested in an hour of a matchmaker's time, fill out this detailed form, we had a great conversation. And he invited me to come on an Instagram Live with him. And I would spend an hour. We would talk. He would ask questions and all that type of stuff. And so we went live last Thursday. And I felt like we had a good conversation. I felt like it was talking to one of my homeboys because I'm very I just like to be myself. And he asked a lot of questions. And people in the comments were asking a lot of questions. And one of the biggest things people were asking, what he was asking me is, I'm 44 years old. How do I feel about building a man? And I said, well, here is the deal. When I was in my 20s, my ex-boyfriend worked for T-Mobile, and by the time we were no longer together, he was working for Secret Service. Okay, I take a seed and then it flourishes, right? And I said I would love to be able to take where my man is and whatever he needs me to help him with, I will help him become whatever he needs to become. But what I don't want to have to do is I don't want to backtrack. And what does that mean? That means that I need him to already be doing something on his own, right? So it's I'm 44 years old. I'm not.
But that's not a wrong ask. That's a very reasonable ask because come on, she's 44. So what should she be doing? Somebody that doesn't have a clear vision of where they're going to. I don't think she has any business with somebody like that. So.
Not 20 anymore. I said, I want to meet a man where he is. I don't want him starting out and I have to go back and do what I did in my 20s and my 40s to be with this person or whatever. And the matchmaker was like, I'm glad you said that. He said, because sometimes you get a man who is quote unquote behind. And I don't want this to sound negative, men, if you're hearing me, just hear my heart. He was like, sometimes if you find a man who is back here and then you pull him all the way up here, sometimes they feel like, well, does she love me for me, or do I have to be all this other stuff? Can I always be me, or do I have to be what she wants me to be? And I said, exactly. I want this man. I want to meet him, and he is exactly where he is. And the person that he is today is awesome for me, that he can help me become the best version of myself, and I can help him become the version of himself. And I'm not necessarily, it's not like a lopsided situation. It doesn't necessarily mean his money. It means that just what is he doing with his life? You know what I'm saying? I think if I had to guess what my man is going to be like, I think he's going to be an introverted nerd. Okay. And I'm all about it, right? An introverted nerd. Why? I am creative and I'm extroverted, all the things. I want somebody who is comfortable in their skin, doing what it is that they do. Financially savvy, and he's ready for marriage. He's like, I'm looking for my girl. If she's loud and proud, I'm like, go girl, right? He has no problem with me being all the
Oh, guys, my network is messing up, but I have a question. Yeah, so here's my question. These dating sites, the matchmaking stuff, does it work? this is me just asking honestly, does it work? Now that she has met with a matchmaker, do they actually matchmake people? Are there success stories that have come out from all this matchmaking, and have there been, years later those people are still success? I really want to know, like, if you've done it, let us know in the comment section. Let me even see if the comment will be able to open. I don't know what's wrong with my network. See, guys, network is one of our biggest challenge after power supply. Network in this my country. Somebody said, I pray God gives you the man you need. Amen. I pray so too. She seems to be a good person. This other person said, great explanation of fixing yourself in addition to finding your person. Yeah. So oftentimes we want to find our person, but we don't work on us. What if we are not ready for that person that we are praying for? That person comes. What is that person meeting? Is that person going to meet a matured version of us? Is that person going to meet a prepared and ready version of us? Or is the person going to meet chaos? So I like the fact that she started with that. Somebody said, I'm so glad you posted this. I had ChatGPT give me a description of a man based on it knowing me for 2 years. Ooh. Okay. ChatGPT is doing the most these days. Okay. But guys, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.